that she has stuff for you, Rosie. How is she going to give it to you if she never sees you? I'll send it in the chat.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Art. Let's hear it for Art on piano. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving weekend and happy first Sunday of Advent. My name is Reverend Ken Daigle. I have the honor and the privilege of being the senior minister here. And it's hard to believe that 2025 is coming to its final month. On Monday will be December, and this Sunday we're celebrating our first Sunday of the month, Advent. I don't have the clicker. Anybody, I have the AV team, anybody have hands on the clicker so we can change the screen behind us? Thank you so much, Tylor. Appreciate it. In the seat back in front of you, you will find one of these Advent booklets. I invite you to take one of the Advent booklets right now. And if you already have yours, you might want to pass it on to someone else. There's a great way to connect. It is a great way to connect people with unity and with our teachings. And there's some amazing authors who have written each day's reflection, myself included, and those great authors who have written the reflections, but ministers from all over the country. And I see another minister in the house. Hello, hello, incognito. I won't call him out. And it is an opportunity for us to go deeper in this season, especially when there's all this activity and all the commercialism and all of the stress that the holiday brings, this kind of morning reflection or daily reflection can shift us. So I'm going to invite us to read along. We're going to start on Monday, December 1st. It's on page 17 of your booklet, if you want to read along with me. Advent is a time of anticipation as we prepare for the symbolic birth of the Christ in us. We look forward to experiencing good cheer, happiness, and the love of those near and dear to us. Our hearts are filled with a hope that past differences and disagreements will be overcome. During this holiday season, we look for the innate goodness of others and see them expressing on a positive and divine level. As we continue to grow spiritually, we realize that faith is not only wishing for good to manifest, but believing it will. Faith is knowing the good we desire will manifest, regardless of how long it takes and in spite of seeming odds. Faith holds on to the idea of love, success, wholeness, and abundance. During this holiday season, let us see and focus on the goodness of life, and let us truly expect a miracle to happen. This is by Reverend Saba Mchungi. Now, say it again. Mchunguzi. Reverend Saba is in Nigeria, and I've had the pleasure of working with him on the Unity World Headquarters team, but I've never had to say his last name until this moment. So we thank Mchunguzi. Yes, thank you, Misa, for being here for me. I'll give you this. And it's now time to light the Advent wreath. We're calling this a wreath, even though it's not circular. And today, we light the candle for faith. And we have an affirmation that goes with this. On this day of Advent, I focus on the goodness of life. Can we know this together? On this day of Advent, I focus on the goodness of life. Go.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let love wash over us. We let it be. Will you sing that with me? We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy, we let the joy wash over us. peace wash over us. We let it be. Let the love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. That last line one more time. We let it be.
Let it be. We step into this moment, this day, and as we light the candle of Advent, we realize and acknowledge that this light, this power, this presence extends from our hearts, fills this room, and radiates out to the entire planet. So we let this prayer, we let this chant, we let this moment transform us as we light the candle in our own being. We light the candle of faith, knowing that as we walk this path, we illuminate the path for others to follow. As we step into the path, we notice that our ancestors have come before, illuminating the way. And as we step forward in time, we acknowledge the truth that the best is yet to come. We have faith that right here and right now, all that we need, all that we desire, all that we seek is found. So for this time today, for this prayer and for this knowing, we are truly grateful. And together we say, Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, music team. Thank you. And I'm going to welcome to platform right now, too, David Montecalvo. Welcome, David.
Hey, thank you, Rev Ken. This is such a treat to be able to share the platform with you in this capacity.
We haven't done this in a long time like this. And I have the privilege of being here today, but not speaking. And I love those days. I love speaking, obviously. I'm in my right job.
Yeah, for sure.
But to be here and to be able to have the time to be with all of you and to be present to everything that goes on that makes this spiritual community so rich and so vibrant is such a delight for me. Unity San Francisco was founded in 1919. So for 106 years now, we have been leading. Excuse me, I thought there was a horn there in the room for a second. It was like, do we have a trumpet player there? It was like, all right, yeah. So we have been leading and shepherding the rising of consciousness, of understanding, and channeling divine wisdom for this community for years. And now, with all of our friends online and the advent of the internet, we have been broadcasting around the world.
Yes.
And we have followers all around the world watching from Italy, watching from Hong Kong, watching
Canada.
from Canada,
When I was in
and
Canada,
watching from Germany and in England. So we have amazing gifts of being able to reach across. And we're so grateful that you've decided to join us today. Whether you're watching in live time with us or you're going to watch this later, we know that the message is eternal and the message goes out.
Exactly. You know, one of the coolest things that I think really why unity for me is the practical spirituality of it, right? So here are tools that I can use to enhance my spiritual practices or how I can help change the world. Yes. And so I think that's really speaks to why unity is such a global sensation.
Yeah, and part of it, what we named this year was our year of awakening. And so I just want to acknowledge that this has been, in many, many ways, a difficult year for the planet, for our own personal lives. And personally, I started the year in a very stressful situation. And we had already named the year, and then life happens, right? And it was like, oh, this is my opportunity to awaken to the truth in the middle of difficulty, in the middle of crises, in the middle of diagnosis. Whatever it is for you, I invite you in this moment to reflect on this last year and notice where you have awakened to the truth, where you have risen up over seeming obstacles or difficulties, and acknowledge that at every moment their spirit is there with you. At every moment the resources that you need are present.
Right, exactly. And it's been what has shifted in how you look at things. To me, that's an awakening in terms of what's going on in the world. Right.
That things are not happening to me.
Yeah.
Because we all have that reaction. Oh, why is this happening to me? But we realize, oh, how can I use this to get
How's it
to
happening
where
for me?
For me.
I listened to you a little bit, it turns out.
Well, I didn't coin the phrase, but it is really a good one. Like, life is happening for us as we do the work and allow it. So the affirmation we have that we have been using all year is more poignant when we acknowledge the journey we've been on. So I'm going to say it once, and then I invite us all to say it together. I'm going to let David say it once.
Okay, there we go. I'll say it once, you say it with me then. I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Let's know this together.
I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. And so it is.
So it is.
Yeah. So we have a couple things we wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
So our spiritual connection cards.
If you're here in the room and you have not received one of these gorgeously designed bulletins, please raise your hand. One of our beautiful ushers will bring them to you. And if you're online, we invite you to check out our website, unitysf.org, and make sure you sign up for your mailing list, because everything that is here is on our website, is on our weekly newsletter.
Yeah. And if it's your first time here or your 100th or 1,000th time here, please fill out the spiritual connection card so that I can hold you in prayer. They sit on my desk for the week after this, and I get to hold whatever prayer request you put in.
These really cool cards that you can tear off, fill them out, put them to the side, because during our time of offering later in the service, you can drop them in.
And online, you can fill out the spiritual connection card online, and I will receive that. It comes into my inbox, so please do that online. Also, if you're here for the first time, please note that on the spiritual connection card, we have a gift we'd like to get to you. If it's electronically, we will send it to you electronically. And if you're here in the room, there's a table of gifts out in the foyer here. Please help yourself to one, and if you need help finding one, the one that's right for you, please speak to one of us after. I'm doing it. Here we go. I have something coming up.
Yeah, what's coming up next year for you?
So my book is launching on January 27th. Yes,
wow.
Unapologetic Manifestation.
Yes.
Is the name of the book, and you'll be getting lots of information about it. We start the pre-launch campaign next month, but I wanted to let you save the dates. So Unity Village is hosting a retreat for us. It's going to be September 21st through the 25th. It's 4 days, 5 steps, and one abundant life. It's an opportunity to go deep in the beautiful grounds of Unity Village, to immerse ourselves into this work, and to find the way through to manifesting the life you really desire. So if you're at all interested, see me after. Just block the dates on your calendar. I know some people already bought them at our auction, and we have lots of opportunities. Cool. There'll be a special discount code, and we want to take a whole group from here, from Unity San Francisco to Unity Village. How many people have been to the village? Oh, good, a fair amount of you. But for those of you who haven't, it's right outside of Kansas City, Missouri, and it is 1,200 acres of beautiful, beautiful, some landscaped and some raw land with 2 lakes, streams, and nature trails, and it is just a very spiritual space. You got to be there for about a day.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
So, and it goes again. That's that practical spirituality. How can I help raise my consciousness through manifestation, and how can I help raise the consciousness of other folks?
Right.
So,
well,
there you go.
To do that, and part of the unapologetic manifestation process is meditation.
Oh, yes.
Right? Is a
Yes.
huge part of how we shift consciousness and how we prepare our mind, body, and spirit for what's ahead in our life. So if you want to increase or expand your practice of meditation, Elizabeth Hager does a beautiful sound meditation for us every Sunday morning here from 10:15 to 10:45. We also have Monday through Friday, we have a noon meditation that some of our leaders here lead a meditation. It's just 15 minutes for a little burst of centering in the middle of your day. And then all of our meditations are available online. Everything from
unitysf.com, but then also on our YouTube page.
Yes.
And then we have meditations and also our talks too, right?
Yes.
That's another, every talk is recorded. So again, you need a reminder, check out our website, right?
Fabulous. And now it's time for our community song. So I invite you to stand as you're willing and able and join us in this community song to raise our vibration and to shift this day.
Have some fun.
I have to say that with a caveat, because today is our contemplative service today, so we're not going to raise the roof as much as we usually do. We let the band have the week off this week. But this is an opportunity in faith to raise our inner roof and to remember the truth of who we really are.
Love that. Go ahead.
Oh, some churches, all they need is a piano player to raise the roof, yes? I hear the music, I hear the music, down in my soul, down in my soul. I hear the music, I hear the music, down in my soul, down in my soul. I hear the music, I hear the music, down in my soul, down in my soul. Together. And the whole wide world is my home. Y'all got it? I see a new dawn. I see a new dawn. Down in my soul. Down in my soul. I see a new dawn. I see a new dawn. Down in my soul. Down in my soul. I see a new dawn. I see a new dawn down in my soul, down in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. Oh, good, let's play. I love the silence. I love the silence down in my soul, down in my soul. I love the silence. I love the silence down in my soul, down in my soul. I love the silence. I love the silence down in my soul, down in my soul. Together, and the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power. I feel the power down in my soul. Down in my soul. I feel the power. I feel the power down in my soul. Down in my soul. I feel the power. I feel the power down in my soul. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Yes, again, again, and the whole wide world is my home. One more time, and the whole wide world is
Happy Sunday, everybody. I invite you to greet each other with a handshake or a hug or a wave to our people online. Have a great Sunday.
Good morning, everyone. So good to see everyone. Mwah. Hi, Kate. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Mark. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Dan. Hi, Tom. Hi, Nancy.
I think we have more of the board online than we do in the room today. Thank you all for being here.
Have a good holiday. Everyone have a good holiday. Lots of turkey. Hold on, and I'll get someone else. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. I tell you. Lots of good prayers. It was the best place to have an incident. Come on.
Hey everybody, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for celebrating together. Here we go.
Good morning, my Zoom friends. I love seeing you, and it's wonderful to be here. Hey guys, nice to see you.
Hello, everybody. All right, everybody. We're going to kick it over to Reverend Ken.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome back. Hi, Jerry. Thank you. I get a hug. I'm so delighted you joined us today. Are you in the city?
Just on my way home.
Oh, fabulous.
I was down in Santa Cruz.
Oh, nice. Thank you for stopping by. All righty. Let's hear it again for Art on piano. Arthur Koo, thank you. Wow. Yeah, I already have one for you, sweetie. Yeah.
She chose purple because
Okay.
that's her favorite color.
And I have blue. All right. So we're going to do this in a minute. So we're going to do the blessing of the children first, and then we'll talk about this. All right. So we have this opportunity to bless these children who are downstairs in our children's program right now, but also all the children of the world. So there are so many children who needed to hear this message, myself included, when I was a young person growing up. But we didn't say it in my house or in my spiritual community at the time. So I'd like you to hear this from me to you, into your inner child first, before we bless these. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. I see you, and I love you exactly the way you are. That message is transformative, and I have to learn it for myself, and I have to learn it as a parent my children to understand they are the gift every day, every way, in every way. So I invite you to think of the children that you'd like to bless with this message, and to include these amazing kids in this as well. For the world's children all need to hear this. Can we know this together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. So, you guys want to stay for this? You want to stay? Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to my husband. JD's going to talk to us about what we're doing.
Well, and I'm going to turn it over to our daughter because Roma and Sophia and Rosalie, who's not with us, our older children in the children's program, are taking the lead on our Christmas toy drive. Roma, you want to tell us about it?
So Unity,
Hold it like the ice cream cone.
Unity San Francisco is doing a toy drive for Rita Cassia Shelter so for kids at the age of 3 months and 17 years old.
And do you remember how many kids are in the shelter that we're trying to get gifts
35.
for? 35.
35 kids at the shelter. You can give donations or toys for the kids, and you'll see them on stage. We have 2 Sundays to do this, and it's really meaningful for the kids because every kid deserves at least joy during Christmas.
Well said, Roma. Thank you. We, as a community, we have done a lot with Rita Cassia throughout the year. We have done different drives for the mothers who are there in the shelter, for makeup and for helping with getting jobs and working in there. We did Easter. We did an Easter egg hunt with some of the children from Rita Cassia.
And we also provide meals to them while they're having group therapy. We provide them meals for them so they don't have to worry about feeding their kids. It's amazing what we've been able to do with this community has stepped up for this
And so
year.
we're culminating the year with the toy drive, and we have 35 kids, as Roma said, and we will, if you do a donation, make sure it's clear it's for the toy drive. If you bring new toys in, we will just pile them up here for the next couple of weeks, and then we will take them over to them on December 18th. So you don't have all the way till Christmas Eve. We got to do it over the next 2 Sundays.
Yeah. And bring the gifts unwrapped so that the parents can choose the gifts for their kids and wrap them themselves, okay? And we'll provide wrapping paper for all that for them.
Final word,
okay?
Roma gets it.
To mark donations, give it for the toy drive. See me, Sophia, or Rosalie, or one of my dads.
Okay.
Awesome. Good job, Roma.
Thank you. Woo! All right, I remember when she couldn't hold the microphone and speak, but she has no choice with 2 dads who are professional speakers. That's her lot in life. Oh my God, poor thing. Yes, right? So I'm really honored. I want to introduce Tylor to you. So Tylor Krueger. Many of you know Tylor. He's a fixture of San Francisco. For those of you online who don't live here in San Francisco, let me tell you a little bit about Tylor. So Tylor has filled so many roles here. Tylor has been an office administrator. He has run my Absolute Abundance courses for me. He has been an advisor to the board. He's sung in the choir here. He is currently a prayer chaplain here. He also is just one of those people, if you have a project that you need done, Tylor is the one to do it. But the first time I met Tylor was at our old location on Bush Street, and he was on top of a ladder hanging twinkle lights so to make the sanctuary brighter and more festive, because he was holding the vision for this place long before we had it, and understanding the spaciousness and the purpose that we're moving into. So Tylor's journey started in a more mainline and fundamentalist version of Christianity, and his exploration has led him through a circuitous journey of exploring all different paths to the divine. It led him through CSL, which is one of our cousin organizations of New Thought, and he served on the board of trustees at the CSL here in San Francisco, one of the CSLs in here in San Francisco for many years, and was a leader there before he moved over to Unity and made his mark here. So it is my honor and privilege to turn the platform over to one of the luminaries of our community, Tylor Krueger, right? Because he holds the consciousness for so many of us. And this is the first time. Look at this. Take it in, Tylor. Take it in. Woo! Those of you online who do the Zoom room will always know Tylor because he's always in the Zoom room doing the after the service spiritual discussion group together, and he brings his wisdom and his questions to the study. So I'm going to turn the platform over to Tylor, but first I'm going to turn it over to Misa Malone, who's going to lead us in one more song. Thank you, Miss Misa.
I am honored to sing for Tylor. Tylor was one of the first people to volunteer to be in my choir back at Bush Street a million years ago. Thank you, Tylor. Source of creation, present in all, beyond every measure of time. With no point of distance, the silence within breathe forth the brilliance of light. And as it flows, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the pulse of presence, planets form. If the stars are made to shine, then so will I can feel the one in everything that's made. Every burning star, a spark that lights the way. If creation sings of a oneness, so will I. So will I. One with a promise, every word alive, no whisper empty or void. When spirit is spoken, all matter responds, moving in harmony's voice. And as it flows, 100 billion beings catch their breath, evolving in the rhythm present set. If it all reveals the one, so will I can hear the song in everyone I see. Every painted sky, a canvas calling me. If creation still unfolds, then so will I. So will I. If the stars were made to shine, then so will I. If the mountains stand in stillness, so will I. If the oceans swell with wonder, so will I. For if everything exists to show the one, so will I. If the wind moves in the silence, so will I. If the stones hold sacred memories, so will I. If the sum of all our voices still falls shy, we will sing again 100 billion times. oneness embracing us all. Through moments of shadow, through learning and light, love is the presence we are. And as it flows, 100 billion doubts just fade away. In the truth of a oneness, I resolve to stay. If the past dissolves in wholeness, so will I can see the one in everything I love. Everyone designed is a masterpiece of love. If creation chose expansion, so will I can one within 100 billion times. Infinite expression by design. For the presence never leaves a soul behind. So will I. So will I. And so it is.
So it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I want to say that song by Hillsong Worship, Misa rewrote a lot of those words, which I was reading them last night. If the stars are made to shine, then so will I. She rewrote, right? If creation sings of oneness, so will I, right? And if creation chose expansion, so will I, right? So thank you. Thank you. We sing, we talk about this divinity, we discover that we are this divinity, and I just want to start off by saying, I'm not up here alone. I want to talk about those inner children that we just blessed around the world, but within us, within ourselves. And so within me, when I came to meditation schools and I began to realize that people talked about this monkey mind, I said, oh my God, that's me, right? I got these monkeys, and sometimes they're kind of calm, but sometimes they're kind of like really like, and they're throwing stuff. And I'm like, whoa. And then I realized that I also call them dogs or hounds howling in my youth, keeping me awake at 3 in the morning, right? And then I also, in my later life, I began to rename them chihuahuas, right? I'm like, nip, 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 nip. So they're not so big, right? And then as Anna Lee and Kate know, I call them chipmunks, right? And I gave them little typewriters. I said, go ahead and tell me your stress, and they type away. But I want to let you know I'm up here with all of my friends because I've learned to not keep them in the basement, but let them run around in my mind, right? I meditate, and they are there. I ask them, I've been training them, when Tylor sets the timer, when I meditate, give me your input after. After. Because I want to talk about this meditation space, this place of mystical awareness. And one of my favorite little dogs is called Logic. I'm going to talk about Logic later, but it's one of the trainings that I have is, hey, when I go into this place of prayer, I want all of my menagerie to watch what I'm watching, but be quiet. Tell me later what you think. Now, it's kind of like a 4th grade class. They still tap me on the shoulder. They still bring up stuff. They're still like, what about, and I don't like, and commenting on. But as I go to the journey, they're getting quieter. They realize that what I'm looking at is these purposeful images that take me somewhere. So, today's topic is faith. And so I want to mention that in your Advent booklet, there's a little thing about faith, and it's on page 16. Faith is the impulse to trust what we cannot see, what we do not yet understand, but somehow know is calling us forward. And I'm going to read on it. It also says, It invites us to be more than witnesses. It calls us to be conduits for the light of the world. For a single light can transform darkness into clarity, fear into faith, and the unknown into the familiar. Faith can do this. So we take the season, we have a week, we light a candle, we bring our awareness to what is faith. And so I want to mention that I broken into some categories, like there's the physical, mental sciences. I have so much faith in that. Atoms, the sun's going to rise tomorrow. I don't negate, and unity and my prayer life does not negate any of that. It includes all that. I have great respect. Physical, mental sciences. My dog is called Logic. I mean, loves it, loves it, loves it. But I want to say the number two, mystical sciences kind of operate by different rules, different concepts that may not really apply to the physical world, and allowing my mind to realize that there is the ancient, always been here, mystical sciences, and to give my mind room to allow it. And the third topic of science I want to mention is this relational sciences. It's kind of a new thing I've been kind of delving into in my prayer life, kind of because of the stress that I'm under this year. And I'm like, it gets me upset. And so I've been taking it to prayer and saying, what am I going to do about this? So I think there's a divinity in relational sciences, right? How we relate. Is there a God to be discovered in our collective humanity? Interesting. So, relating to mystical sciences, I want to mention that this is a wonderful book. The prayer chaplains are reading this. This is from the leader of Silent Unity Prayer Organization, Linda Martella-Whitsitt, and our own Reverend Deanne Weir-Morency, who's now the lead minister over in Marin. Okay, so in here, they mention, a concept, and I want to mention that I enter into prayer. I enter into it with an expectation, with an expectancy, with a willingness to see a light bulb that I may not have had because I need a light bulb. So I go in with a preparation. So I want to read a little bit, and then it's going to be up here too, but it also says, in this moment, when I begin, in this moment I breathe, consciously placing my attention on something larger than what I currently know. I relax my body and open my mind to the truth that I am seeking. I open my heart, here's the screen, I open my heart to the glory of the light within me. I am in a state of expectancy, ready for my good. So there's faith right there. I enter in expecting good to be flowing to me. They say, I am open-minded, open-hearted. And in the spirit of let there be, I step into the power of it, and I call myself to let me be. Let me be open, curious, and expectant. Let me be open and ready to see more clearly the light I am. And I breathe, this is the beginning. I breathe into the spaciousness. I am ready, I am willing, I am expectant, expecting, right? So this mystical realm is different, and one of the tools that I use is a movie theater. So in my meditation life, I say, okay, I'm going to take some time away from all the outer world, and I'm going to be in a movie theater. And I'm usually by myself, but there's like this little menagerie of other selves that are there, and I ask them to be quiet. And I spend a few minutes, and I kind of dim the lights slowly. This may take 5 minutes, whatever it takes, is how long it takes. I'm okay. I'm sitting in the movie theater. Just relax. I love you. I love this moment. Sometimes I got to forgive something because it gets in the way. I'm okay, forgive that. Relax. And then in the movie theater, I've developed certain movies that I just love to, that's kind of would fall in the category of contemplative meditation topics. One of my first ones was just very simple, a bench and the sun and the horizon. And I would just sit. And my mind I would say, wait, no, mind. I'm sitting and the sun and the horizon. Just sit. And sometimes it's kind of average, kind of boring, kind of like, okay. But sometimes there's this wind and this taking flight. Some of the meditations are average, but some of them, I've trained myself, pay attention. Because when they're good, when the meditation starts doing something, I'm like, hey, let's not go to the fridge right now. One day, I was at the fridge, and I'm like, wait a minute, I was just at my chair, and now I'm at the fridge. I'm like, here we are again with my mind, right? So this little movie theater, I use it a lot. And, the images, the movies that I play, I've designed them. Please design your own. If the previous image of childhood no longer fits, edit, rewrite, or reboot, or download a new one, or whatever you want, and design it. I have these favorite movies that pretty quickly take me into the, yes, takes me back, these favorite movies. Now, here's one of them that I use, and it's Jacob's Ladder, this old idea from the Bible, right? Way back, Genesis chapter 27, 28. If you want to read it, you can look into all the details if you want. I'm really just going to pull the ladder out, because when in my youth, I heard about Jacob's Ladder, and in meditation, I said, well, I'd like a ladder too. So why not? I have permission in my book. Okay? So Jacob was in this thing, and he was with his father. He wanted the blessing. His mother was like, go get the blessing from your father. But it should go to my older brother Esau. Well, Jacob, you should fake out dad. The mother was like, what's up with mom? Go fake out dad, right? And Esau is off doing the thing. He'll be back later. So this is your chance. Go do it. So they deceive the father. Jacob gets the blessing. And then Jacob and the mother and Esau returns. Esau's really upset. Okay, social drama, lots of problem in the family. And mama overhears Esau saying, I'm going to kill Jacob. As soon as dad's dead, I'm going to go after Jacob because he really made me upset. So mama goes to Jacob and goes, you better run. You better run to Hanan. Just get out, go see the relatives, run. Right. So he's on the way, on the journey, night falls, and he decides, I'm just going to stop here. Night is falling. He is in the middle of apparently nowhere, because it says he took a rock as his pillow. Now, that does not sound like a good day. It is okay to be in stress. It is okay to be in crisis. Some of the best epiphanies appear to happen at these moments. And so Jacob, he lays down and goes to sleep, and suddenly, transcendent, it says Jacob dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, angels of God ascending and descending. And I was like, and the story goes on, read it for yourself, Genesis 28, it's wonderful. So I said, give me a Jacob's ladder. I just take from that and go, give me a Jacob's ladder, right? Now, at the lower parts of the ladder, I have my physical responsibilities. Hey, I'm still stepping out of traffic, showing up 10 minutes early to work. I'm still here, paying the bills, doing the physical part of the ladder. But then there's also, does my life have a purpose? I can meditate about that, a little bit higher on the ladder. Does community, collective, have a purpose? Meditate on that. Does society have a potential destiny? I'm still down on the earth realm. And then I go up a little higher. What are my ancestors thinking of this talk right now? Right? What are the angels? If angels exist, you do you. I don't know. But if they exist, I contemplate, what are they up to? I can meditate. What you up to, guys? If you're working on the stuff that I've been asking about, I wonder and I imagine, they're doing this, they're putting breadcrumbs on my path, they're putting gemstones for me to find, they're putting people in my next coffee shop, right? So, what are the angels working on? It takes me higher. And then there's imagination and creativity, there's eternal wisdom, there's all of these realms. Now, I don't need to stack them and don't need to get all part of my monkeys and dogs want to label everything. They want to... It's just this thing that gets up to higher realms. And I think that there's also the stillness. The unity teaches me about the stillness, the silence, the quiet, which I was thinking is pre-language, before subject-verb, before me deciding anything, before me choosing, there is a place of such quiet that when the pin drops, I'm like, and all of my menagerie is quiet with me, right? So different places to go. I invite you to make it your own, but I developed this ladder. And also Unity teaches me there is no base layer down here, that's divine. Unity keeps telling me to make a circle out around every single image, every single construct of what if life is like this, because I really don't know, I'm just guessing. And then I say, this whole construct, collapse it, it's just a thought. That the stillness is down with me folding the laundry. The stillness is there, it's not at the top, only. The stillness is washing dishes, right? So the image only helps me think. Collapse the image, it is me. It is one self, right? So I want to now contrast Jacob's ladder with Jack and the Beanstalk, right? A couple years later, I love this ladder, I love this, and then all of a sudden I was like, what about Jack? He's kind of like a ladder, huh? So Jack, again having a lot of struggle, they're apparently very hungry in his family. It sounds like starvation. I mean, that's like a crisis. Take the last cow, go to the town, probably a skinny cow. Take that old skinny cow and see what you can get, because we are starving. This is a crisis. He comes back with this handful of beans. And the family is like pretty upset, and he's despondent, I assume. He throws the beans, it says, throws the beans out the window, he goes to sleep. Still hungry. His family is upset. I don't think he's having a good day, right? He's like, am I going to lose hope? He goes to sleep, and suddenly, out of the struggle, new ideas appear. So it says that the beans grew overnight, this beanstalk. That tells me that the story just went transcendent. It went from the physical story to now we're in, other rules apply. So he wakes up, he climbs the beanstalk, he gets off on a certain leaf. He's having his experience. He's off in the mystical realm. And what does he get? A giant who wants to eat him. I'm like, and he has to like steal the harp in order to get the goose. I want the goose because my family's starving. And I'm in this huge set of struggle. This is like kind of like, where's he at? Where's he at? Why does this giant want to eat him? Kind of like cannibalism. I'm like, this is kind of, what is all this, right? And so he does his plan. I'm going to go take the harp. I'm going to like woo the giant to go to sleep. I'm going to then grab the goose, and then I'm going to run. And on the way out, grab the harp, because I want that too, and then run down the beanstalk. The giant wakes up. Giant chases me. I get down the beanstalk, chop down the beanstalk. Giant is dead. Now, my thing is, would he have gone to other places if his consciousness was, or his mind, if his possibilities, if his culture even allowed for other ideas? But he was in this physical world with physical problems, mostly seeing the physical. It was his world. Maybe he didn't have so many other people in books talking about these other realms. So, for me, I keep playing with this thing, and I use it as a beanstalk or a ladder. And then part of my objection squad, my commentary group, they're like, I don't want to be climbing this beanstalk. I just want to go. I said, fine. We'll put an elevator in the middle, and I say, let's go to. I have one of my leaves is I want to have an intimate conversation with who. So I say, I want to have an intimate conversation with my parents because they've passed. So I go into meditation, I dim the lights in the theater, and I say, let's now insert the movie of I'm going to talk to my parents. So, in my imagination, beanstalk, elevator, ding, doors open, beautiful little setting. I also encourage myself, don't get so much into drawing the setting. I don't care so much. My little chipmunks will be like, what are the curtains like? And what's the color of the sofa? Hardwood floors or carpet? And I'm like, ugh. The point is, I meditate, calm myself down, and spend 15, 20 minutes imagining talking with my parents. Right? I've developed a conversation. A different leaf, would be what are the angels doing? Is there a evolutionary direction for our human species? that'll take me out of my problems if I spend 20 minutes thinking about. And knowing that as I think, the universe is bringing me answers, there's faith. I believe that my doing this is bringing answers. I believe that my spending time here is enriching not only my meditative calmness, but actually is rolling out the red carpet of my future path, right? Another one that I use is if I'm down here in my life, I go, what will this situation or problem look like in 5 years from now? So another way to lift, to find a lift wherever you choose to go, wherever you want to sit. And I would invite you, write it yourself, redesign it yourself, make it something that is beautiful and helps you. Does the conversation with my parents, I don't let them downplay me. I mean, I imagine that they're more angelic. They're saying positive things, right? I don't play the movie of them downplaying me. Right? I play a movie of they have ascended to a higher point of view, and I'd like your opinion on what I'm going through. Come on. It's a beautiful matrix, but I design it. You design it. Float where you want, and spend whatever amount of time you want. Keep those critics. Keep that logic. Be like, thank you, logic. Thank you for your commentary, but for this moment, I'm dreaming. I'm daydreaming. I'm imagining. And in my life, I've expanded this space, telling myself the other mystics did it, why not me? Other people do it all throughout history, why not me? And the unity teaching invites me into the stillness and the meditation. And the unity teaching is unique too because it says whatever you saw when you come out of meditation is yours. And I don't need to tell you what to see. I don't need you, nobody gets to tell me what to see. Get more light bulbs, get more nuggets, get more whatever it is that you're asking for. Ask and it is given, seek and you shall find, knock, the door is open. So we play this. And again, any image, if I say as above, so below, that kind of falls apart. If I say from within, then without, I manifest, that also model can fall apart. So this model, up and down, collapse, it's one, it is me. The whole thing is just a thought model. It's not the real. It's that I'm using it to think and meditate. And I also don't focus on the ladder so much. I just go to meditation, I spend my time, and then sometimes I think, I wonder where on the ladder of my meditation was. Is it more like down here on earth, me and my boss and my coworkers and society, or is it kind of like angelic, or is it, I just want to say, I'm developing this open model that I offer, and I invite you to spend time in whatever you find. But it is a stillness, it is a refuge, it is a restoration and a feeding of something in me that is never ending. It is that the discovery of this divine will never end. The ladder never caps off. Even when I leave the body, we still are in divinity, exploring and discovering. So, this ladder just opens my mind to the possibility of doing all this. So then I was studying for this little talk, and then I was reading about Jacob's ladder, and I realized that Meister Eckhart, this guy in Europe from 1315, 1325, he got in trouble with the church of the time. He even went to court where they were like, you're saying too much. Okay? And so he says, Meister Eckhart says, Jacob's ladder is the human soul itself, standing between heaven and earth, upon which divine messengers go up and down, and the soul, us, each of us, the soul touches God above and the world below, uniting both. So again, I draw that circle from the top to the bottom, uniting it all. There is no wrong anything. There is divinity, the seed of divinity, discoverable in anything. So, that Meister Eckhart, the ladder, the Jacobs, the Jack and the Beanstalk, etc., just different images. Now, I want to then switch over. That was all mystical sciences, mystical divinity, this whole like realm that operates by other rules, doesn't need to be so logical. Allow it, see what you see. But I want to finish with this relational divinity, this relational sciences. Are we, as a human species, able to find more divinity in how we relate? We've been relating from the beginning of time, needing each other, right? And I think that these relational divinity, this relational sciences operates by another set of rules, like reciprocation and giving and receiving. There's some sort of like this, right? And if I hold tightly, I kink the hose. I'm the one holding tightly, right? This reciprocal law is happening within our human species, right? There's also listen and reflect. Let me just stay open in the relationship and quiet my chattering mind about my opinions about what the person is saying and just listen and respect. Be curious. Seems to be a groundswell within the relational sphere. Let me just stay open, curious, right? This is a recent idea that came to me again from this book. Right? In this book, on a different page, Deanne and Linda, they were talking about seeing the divine in different places, right? And they say, many people relate to God as presence, which is a personal experience of the power of God. Okay, I covered that. That this experience can also be experienced as intimacy between ourselves and others. When I read this, I was like, I haven't really thought about that, right? In this way of understanding presence, it's a feeling of connection. And in unity, we do not pray to a deity that is outside of us, but instead we see and relate to the divinity that we experience within ourselves and others. And others. Each person we meet is an opportunity to relate to and interact with the divine. It's an opportunity. Now, I told myself, if those physical sciences, I can keep seeing the divine. Some of those quantum scientists are choosing to call their discovery the God particle. Are they even seeing the divine? They're on their journey. I see the divine in the physical, in the plant and the flower. I also see the divine in the mystical, and that exploration of the divine is unlimited. If I keep looking, I will find more. And if I keep looking, I will find more and more and more. So what about the social relationship of the divinity of us? And I was thinking, where we are today is not enough. I'm thinking, should I assume that we're just here and we understand this and we have to struggle with the ideas that we currently have? What if there's other ideas? What if there's other light bulbs? So Einstein said, you're going to solve the problem with the same consciousness that created the problem, or are you going to bring a different set of ideas? The prayer mystical matrix that I describe brings ideas to me that I can then bring to my job, to serving Unity San Francisco, to the Zoom room after service. I can bring those things, but in the topic of relational, because I've been struggling this year. It's caused me a lot of tears. And so I said, let me take this problem to the high place of the Most High. And I get to ask my question. One of the things, ask a question. We used to ask a question, but Unity says, ask, and it is instantly responded to. Don't think I'm asking and I never got an answer. I'm asking and I'm getting answers. I'm getting. So I began to shift my meditation to show me one love. Unity says one power, one presence. And I was like, well, show me more about one love. And that turned into, show me one human family. I don't have the answers. I'm in the bubble of show me. Instead of help me solve the news cycle, that's too dense. I'm going up the ladder and saying, show me one human family. And my faith tells me that my questions do not go unanswered. It may come in a dream, it may come when I'm brushing my teeth, relax about where it comes. But I'm priming the engine with my question. Show me. Show me. And God knows, angels know that I am persistent because I am back again and I'm back again. I was even doing a little leaf in my meditation where the gods and the angels and whatever heaven is, they're like, Tylor's back. And they go, well, what's he asking? And they go, same question. Right. And then I was like trying to rewrite that little movie. Please rewrite your own. I was rewriting the movie. And I was like, let me make it better. They go, Tylor's back. Tylor's back. And they go, what's he asking? Oh, he's got a new question. Right? And they're excited for me to, pose my question. Faith says I am getting responses. So, in our social experiment, there is unlimited exploration of the possibilities coming forward, as we go into the prayer, how we design society, offering solutions so that we can use them, I want to say, I imagine a world. Imagine a world where equality is assumed, where love your neighbor didn't go away and wasn't in danger, Imagine a world in which agreements are invited, not demanded. I'm kind of tired of that. I like some agreements that are invited. I meditate. I don't know how to build it. I don't need to build it. I meditate in it. Sit in it. Steep like I'm the tea, Sit in the hot water of it. See what I feel, see what I taste and smell, and what I discover. My ahas don't require anyone else to agree. Your ahas in prayer don't require me to agree, We keep making that mistake too, by the way. We keep forcing ahas on each other, But there is a prayer matrix, and I want to say, I invite you into this season of re-examining our faith. Yes, the physical world, sure, I have faith. Yes, the mystical world, I'm developing a wider faith. And then the new thing is this relational world. Is there a relational divinity that is burgeoning and blossoming? And so just like the other stories where they began in stress, we are under stress. This societal problem matrix that we're in. I will not give up hope. I invite you to still have faith. I invite you to still have hope. From this prayer, one of the things I've been practicing is welcoming eye contact. I walk around the city and I invite myself, don't just look away so fast. Don't always be on my earbuds. But prolong the eye contact with whoever, with maybe a welcomingness. And wait. And my faith is believing that there is possibly a conversation. I'm going to do a lot of listening, a lot of not telling anyone what they should do, just listening, maybe supportive, maybe the road can be bumpy. Me too. Maybe a little piece of advice, maybe not. Maybe just listening is enough. And I'm expecting to see more divinity in my relationships because I'm asking for it. The book opened my mind. Oh, I can find unlimited divinity in people. That's new to me. So it brings me hope for our society. What we know today is what we know today, but there's a lot more coming. There's a lot more in the future. We are this light shining, bringing illumination to whatever we think is dark. We bring the light. The full ladder is within each of us. Doesn't need to be separated. Doesn't need to be the within versus the without, right? We are that space. So, I invite us to take this to our time of meditation. I invite you all just to relax in your seats. Wiggle a little bit if you like. Kind of reset the body. That was a lot of thinking and what ifs, but I just relax all that, letting the dust settle in my mind so that I can reflect in that inner dimension for myself. And the image I would offer is a sun with some planets rotating. The sun in the middle, and each of the planets doing their thing. One of my planets might be my career, my aspirations, what I hope to achieve, the rewards that I receive, and the coworkers. A planet of my career. Maybe there's a planet where I take care of my body, exercise, and movement and dance. Maybe there's a planet of relationships, friendships, and family, and I can visit there. And especially there is a planet of divine imagination, of angels dancing on the head of a pin, if you want, a place of divine imagination. But I invite you now to place yourself in a protective shield and go to the center of the sun, the center of the solar system. Allow yourself to look out from the center to each of these planets. Planets come, planets go, relationships before, the relationships I have now. But if I'm in the sun, sitting in the center, sitting in stillness, I observe my life rotating slowly around me. I observe my life. I don't need to get caught up so much. I pull back to the sun. I rest in the center stillness. I observe each of my issues orbiting. I do not pull on the planet or grab the planet or shake. The sun does not try. The sun simply is the gravity. My life is unfolding perfectly. I choose to worry less. I choose to call it beautiful. Each planet, I declare and speak to you. You are beautiful. Each of these, I observe. I am the manifester of it. I allow myself to be the witness of each of these projects, but I let them spin. I let them rotate. I let them follow their trajectory. And I observe and witness, contemplate. I can even ask questions. Show me more about this thing. And I relax. And my faith knows that even this is having an effect, a ripple effect into the outer realms. Even this, the faith, knowing that idea to thought to formation. And so I invite you to imagine any of your situations working out. As we go into the silence, imagine each planet, whatever you want, working out for you. Let's take that into silence. And so we believe and we know that what we have seen, whatever you saw of it working out for you, whatever you saw, is already set in motion. The ripples are already creating pieces of your good, arriving on your path. We allow the sun that is me, the planets each orbit. I practice letting go. I practice letting it be. I practice blessing and speaking words of life to them. And I relax to see how they arrive. So with this love, we release this prayer, and so it is.
Thank you, Tylor.
Namaste.
Tylor Krueger, everyone. So we'll turn your attention now back to our spiritual connection card. And on the back of the spiritual connection card has our daily and weekly practices, our weekly practices that you can do every day.
Yes, there are 4 practices that you can use, and it's a way to connect. And so thank you, Tylor, for these wonderful, beautiful offerings and your message. Modern mystic for our times is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Amen. So the first is I select the movies in my mind. What's the second one, Rev Ken?
I love that. The second one is to explore, discover, and interpret, to understand that it has the meaning that we bring to it. So another great gem there, Tylor, to realize that every day.
Yes. And then I expect healthy relationships. Affirm that. Yes.
And even with my imaginary friends, I expect healthy relationships.
Yeah.
I love that, Tylor. Thank you.
And then finally, I offer welcoming eye contact, opening that's your soul to that.
And you can also write in a practice that you want to take from all the wisdom that Tylor offered us, so that you have that to anchor for this week. My husband takes a picture of it, so he has it on his phone, but it also is in the inside of the bulletin, so you can take it on and take it home with you, put it somewhere you'll see it all week. And also, you can put that with a prayer request into the offering basket. As the offering basket comes around here in a moment, that I can hold it in prayer with you this week. So lots of options there. We're going to move into our next section, which is our giving of time, talent, and treasure, right? Yeah. Oh, the spiritual discussion group. For those of you in the Zoom room or those of you on Zoom, the spiritual discussion group is going to have an after service. It'll be in the conference room downstairs. If you're on YouTube, you can move over to our spiritual Zoom room. And when you get your food downstairs in hospitality, you can move to the conference room to continue this discussion.
And we're all over the world, and so what a great way to connect with folks that you would never, you wouldn't know otherwise, right?
And to ask questions and to find out more.
Exactly, yes.
So time, talent, and treasure, David.
Yeah, there's Unity San Francisco for me has been literally a transformative thing for me, right? And so I continue to give of my finances, but also I give of my time and my talent. And because I think back to where I was 5 years ago when I came to Unity and was trying to, very transitional. And so I want to give, to sustain the mission of this organization, but I also really want to give so other folks can have that same transitional experience. So that's why I give.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much for that. And there's lots of ways, thank you, right? I always like to say it too, like this. It's like when I walked through the doors and needed it so much, all the people who had come before me had given so that I was taken care of. And that's how we get to pay it forward too. So whether you're here for the first time or for the 1,000th time, always paying that forward is important. There's lots of ways to give. In the seats backs in front of you, there's an envelope that has credit card information on it. There's a QR code that's going to appear on the screen here in a second. You can also scan the QR card. It's also in your bulletins, and give electronically. And we do old-fashioned thing. We do take checks and cash. You can either mail those, or we do take stock options and estates and wills too. The only thing we don't take is cars. We don't do cars,
no, not yet.
but we do
Not
take
yet.
real estate. All right? And so the QR code will come up here in a second, and there's lots of different ways you give. The ushers are going to come forward, and we will also say an affirmation for giving. Because I know that the truth of giving is that it is really multiplied when you give in joy. Joy is our true nature and what we bring to the celebration of life. So this affirmation goes,
I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Let's know this together.
I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. We have lots of stuff going on here. Our ushers are going to go in. We have lots of stuff going on. I'm going to invite the music team on up so we can do our closing song. But check out your bulletin. There's a whole page of all of our holiday events. Check out our website, and there's all the list of all the different holiday events. There's some great stuff coming up. We do have a service on the Sunday before Christmas, and the Sunday after is our Burning Bowl. So as the music team comes up and we all take this time to celebrate and sing. Oh, you have mine. Great, thank you. I just wanted to let you know that I am delighted to share this holiday season with you, and this celebration will continue.
Yes, amen. And so it is. Thank you, everybody.
Our prayer chaplains will be here after service if you want to sing with, pray or sing a prayer with the prayer chaplains. That'll work too. And I invite you all to stand now as you're willing and able. Stand
as you're willing and able to join in our closing song, I Claim a Blessing. Art, take it away. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. This is how I start the day, knowing good is on the way. I am claiming perfect health, love and laughter, friends and wealth. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Come on. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. With conviction undeterred and power of the spoken word, take my life and redefine, break the shackles of my mind. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Lift my thoughts to higher ground, knowing miracles are all around. Life is filled with opportunity. I know good is coming to me. Yes, in the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim it. 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 Last one, y'all. I claim a blessing.
Happy Sunday,
Happy
everybody.
Sunday.
Happy Advent. See you downstairs for hospitality. Thank you. See you online. I think I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'm gonna switch this over. Hi guys. Hi everybody. Is there a way to switch this over? There we go. Hi. Hi Rosie. Hi Dan. Kate and Emmy are all here. Hey everybody. How are you? Yeah. Look who's here. Look who I have in person.
Good morning, everyone. Didn't we love Tyler's message for us? Good to see you. Yes. Yeah, it's fun to be here.
Mark, is that